my investors, this video is a full comparison between Gevo and their competition, and you will be surprised, I promise. We will compare the products they offer, and then we'll go through their financial data. And last, we are gonna look at their stock price and price action. And you want to write this down because a while ago I've made a similar video on DSG Global and Alpine for Technologies. And to my subscribers who bought in with me, we doubled our money. Well done. And today we will compare Gevo to other American biofuel producers. And we will compare it to Renewable Energy Group, ticker symbol REGI. And the second company is Valero, ticker symbol VLO. And as I promised you, the first comparison will be around the products that these companies offer. And if you are a subscriber, you would already know about Gevo. But in a nutshell, Gevo is a producer of biofuels, and that includes gasoline, diesel, and natural gas. And another source of income for them is also the production of animal feed. And these are the Gevo products. But you really have to bear in mind where this company is in terms of development. Gevo is still in the process of building their very first full-scale plant for the production of jet fuel and renewable gasoline. And they're also working on another plant for the production of natural gas. And both these sites will be based in the US. And I absolutely love Gevo, and this is my second video on this amazing company, so stick around because many more videos will come soon. Now the next company we are gonna look at is Renewable Energy Group, and it's similar to Gevo but not quite the same. Renewable Energy Group produces biodiesel and animal food, and that's more or less similar to Gevo, but they also make normal diesel. And by normal diesel, I mean the one that gets extracted from oil. Overall though, the main product of this company is without a doubt biodiesel. And that's where we find the first big differences between Gevo and Renewable Energy Group. And there are two main differences that I can find. The first one is that Renewable Energy Group doesn't make any biogasoline, which is one of the trademarks for Gevo. Renewable Energy Group has already got 12 production sites, 2 of which are in Germany and 10 are in the US. And so in a nutshell, Renewable Energy Group is on a completely different scale compared to Gevo in terms of production. And that's because Gevo is just a startup. Instead, Renewable Energy Group already produced a lot of biodiesel. But there is one thing that is very similar between these two companies and that most investors have overlooked so far, which is that the market cap of these companies is very similar. More on that later in the video. And the third company we are gonna compare is Valero. And this is where we take things to a whole new level. Valero is the second largest producer of biodiesel on the planet. Yes, guys, this is not a joke, and I got it from their website. And I don't want to lie, guys, Valero is very different from Gevo and Renewable Energy Group because a very large proportion of Valero revenues still come from fossil fuel. And as you know, this channel is mostly about EVs and green stock, so I'm personally not a big fan. But this may be an interesting company still because they are a massive producer of biodiesel and they also offer a dividend. Yes, guys, you heard well, they also pay a dividend, which is not bad, is it? But stay with me, guys, because the next part is very important and we look at the financial data for these three companies. And Gevo financials include very small revenues. Yes, the company is just getting started. A lot of cash, and we are talking about $535 million of cash that will be mostly used for their very first production plant, and no significant debt. Financials are not everything for a company, however, they have an impact on the stock price, and Another thing that really have an impact are dilutions, and Gevo is a company that could have dilutions and will have dilutions in the future because they will have to raise cash for new production sites, and that can come from a number of sources but also from stock dilutions, so bear that in mind going forward. And I talked about dilutions with Gevo because the other two companies, which we are gonna talk right now, are completely different because they are both profitable businesses, and so you would kiss goodbye share dilutions with them. And although both Renewable Energy Group and Valero are profitable, the latter was very much impacted by the Rona in a negative way. In 2020, the company took a beating and actually closed the year with a loss. But Valero paid a dividend even in 2020, even when they got a loss. And this is very important, guys. Do not underestimate the strength of a company that can pay dividends even when they are struggling. But it's not all there. Bear with me because we are gonna look at the stock price of these companies. Now, this is a comparison of Gevo in the top right corner, and then in blue, Renewable Energy Group, REGI, and then at the bottom in red, we have Valero. And the comparison will be from the big drop we had in 2020 because of the Rona. First thing we can see is that Valero has come out of the drop and it's got a 9% gain since then, which is very small, even compared to Renewable Energy Group with a whopping 312% gain since then, and then Gevo with an incredible 2,300% gain. Now, overall, as you can see, Gevo is the stock that is much more susceptible to hype. At the same time though, looking at Renewable Energy Group, you can see that even if this one is a massive company, it is still driven by obviously good news on green energy stock. And we see this incredible 312% gain. Valero, even though they are a big producer of biofuel, they are trailing behind. They don't have any hype, and that is because of fossil fuels. And as you know, everyone is trying to get away from fossil fuels. But one thing that you absolutely need to see is that the market cap for Gevo is, at the time of recording, $2.2 billion. And you would not believe the market cap for Renewable Energy Group, it's only 3.8 billion. To put in perspective, Renewable Energy Group has got a market cap that is 75% bigger than Gevo, and that is despite REGI being a much bigger company and with revenues of $1 billion and a PE ratio of only 8.7. And Valero has got a market cap of $25 billion. So that's obviously to bear in mind, considering that the other two companies can grow and maybe one day they might catch up with Valero. Who knows? And because I'm a big fan, I will make videos on Gevo as soon as news comes out. And so in a nutshell, I am a big fan of Gevo, as I think I told you 1,000 times, but that is because of their innovative products and also for their potential in the future. REGI, I think, is quite undervalued at the moment, and what I really like is that most of their revenues comes from biodiesel, and I think they could invest more in research and maybe develop gasoline and other products to kind of catch up with Gevo. So Remy is another company that I've bought and that I'm looking to buy more. And guys, that was my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor and the future is a mystery, but one thing is certain: the price of Gevo and EV stocks will pop when good news comes out. And when that happens, I will make videos on Gevo and all EV stocks. And if you're looking for another explosive stock, how about IDEX? The video on the screen right now are the latest news on IDEX stock. A company's got a lot of potential. Do you want a great stock? Click on the video.